Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boo, landed.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Third. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Throwing on third and long. Burt. He sets to fire deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Second down, Prescott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Over the middle, it's complete. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Prescott now on second down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Prescott now from the 50. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Looking to throw. Burt forced out to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Now let's go.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Here we go now.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run. This is Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there for Cincinnati. 52 yards. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
There we go, kill. There we go, boy,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on 1st down. Burt. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Avery Williamson. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun. Burt. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Burt. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And out now, here come the Bengals. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw is Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got Evans. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Prescott on first down. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Run.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. A second down throw for Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get set.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Broken tackle. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. Burt. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Burt. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Jet offense starting to run away with this one.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Myers now to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Looking downfield for Godwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st down, Burt. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hugo 46.
Final play of the half. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Now this is fielded in the end zone. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 4 down. 4 down. Check. 4 down. 4 down. 26.
Play action now. Prescott. They'll roll him out right. High throw, but he makes the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down inside the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Hey, here we go. Wide, ain't it? 58, Mike. Check. Crunch.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Throwing. Prescott. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback. That's who.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. There for the tackle, the former Wisconsin Badger, Leon Jacobs.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd-and-1. Prescott down. Open man has got it. It's complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 48. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A first down throw for Prescott. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott off play action. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun. Burt, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Burt. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the two-point conversion. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go to
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals have recovered it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Prescott. Over the middle to Evans. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Prescott to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Prescott eluding the press. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This fielded at the 2. Look at the spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
On 1st and 10, Burt. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, look at me.
Back to throw. Burt. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, look at me.
From the gun, Burt. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Now the Bengals on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
46. 46.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
46. There we go. 48. Here we go. 46. 46.
He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, you got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jets, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.